Hello, Johnny here. Welcome to Just Another Movie Podcast, a podcast where I just give movie recommendations. Nothing fancy, no hour talking, just me going like, hey, check this out, check this out, check that out. Simple as that. For this episode, I'll be giving you my top 5 movies I've seen this year so far. This does not mean the movie was released this year. It's any movie I've seen for the first time in the year 2021. So unfortunately, the American movie classic Space Jam will not be on this list, as I've seen this when I was a child. Other than that, any movie goes, from the year 2 to 2021. What I've done is I've taken all the movies I've rated with 5 stars this year on the website Letterboxd. My name is Miskatonic Kid. Let's be friends. Let's talk movies. I took these 5-star rated movies and I narrowed them to 5. So I have about maybe 10, I think, that have 5 stars. And now I'm taking 10 plus or whatever of those movies and I'm ranking only 5. So, who's the best of the best? What's going to be the ranking? What will be the number 1 movie I've seen this year so far? Only one way to find out. Let's get started, shall we? Number 5, Assault on Precinct 13. This was one of John Carpenter's earlier films, the director of Halloween, The Thing, Escape from New York. I just had a good time watching it. I love the characters. And, so number 5. Number 4, I'm going to say this name wrong. I'm just going to give you the heads up, but Les Diaboliques, I believe it's French for the devils or the fiends. So, if you go on HBO Max, this movie is highlighted under a horror movie. Watching it, I'm like, I don't know, this isn't really a horror. I think this is more of a mystery. It seems very Alfred Hitchcock, but not one of his horror movies. But I was enjoying it. And then the end happened. I don't want to spoil anything, but it has a very memorable ending, in my opinion. I was blown away. It does get creepy at the end. So I definitely highly recommend that. And yes. Number 3, Ingrid Goes West. So this movie kind of talks about social media, and I think it's about a social media influencer and a girl who stalks her. And it kind of talks about the life of a social media influencer, how maybe what you see on the screen isn't what's going on in real life. And it's a movie that makes you think about the current times we live in. And it was a very uncomfortable movie to watch. You really felt the character's position in all aspects. So, funny, weird, crazy connection that I'm sure will break Kevin Bacon's 6 Degrees of Separation. So Elizabeth Olsen is the character who plays the social media influencer. She is also most known for being in the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. She is Wanda Maximoff, or now recently the Scarlet Witch. WandaVision just recently ended. Her character is either married or dates Wyatt Russell's character, who is also now recently in the MCU. He is Captain America, the new Captain America. Both actors are not only in the MCU, but they were in a movie about social media, and they were bullied off social media because of how toxic a fan base can be. I just thought that was a little interesting trivia, I guess, about how fate connects. Number 2, Promising Young Woman. This movie just kind of blew me away. I thought the acting was really good. It felt intense. The main character was very unpredictable. You didn't know what her next move would be. And it just kind of left you at the edge of your seat. And it had some twists and turns. And I was satisfied throughout the whole movie. So number 2, Promising Young Woman. Number 1. So maybe when you hear this number 1, all credibility for me might go out the door. Because honestly, it is a very silly movie. It's a crazy movie. It's a violent movie. But I loved it. Number 1 for me is PG Psycho Goreman. The best way that I can explain this movie is a rated R Power Rangers. Or Toxic Avenger meets a Steven Spielberg 80s movie. It was just a great time. It was funny. It was goofy. And it was ultra violent. And it was just an enjoyable movie. And if any of those intrigue you, then I highly recommend. If none of those intrigue you, then I do not recommend. But number 1 is PG Psycho Goreman. I've probably lost all credibility as any type of movie critic, but I stand by my opinion. Well, there you have it. The top 5 movies I've seen this year so far. What'd you think of these movies? What are your top 5? Thanks for cringing. Have a great day. And I hope the next time I see you is at the theaters. Bye.